Super Tuesday is now less than a week away. As early voting wraps up, we're clearing up some confusion over the new voter ID law.
A WFMY News 2 viewer reached out with questions about temporary IDs and if they will be valid in order to cast a ballot. WFMY News 2's Hannah Jeffries went to election officials to get you answers.
18-year-old James Allegretto was eager to cast his ballot for the very first time.
We got so excited. I filled out a sample ballot at my house and we drove to the early voting location. And when I got there, we were going to take a picture, but the person's like, wait until you actually get the sticker for you voting.
Yet when he and his dad got to the precinct, they ran into an unexpected problem.
I was disappointed because I was a first-time voter and I prepared all this time to get ready to get a correct identification, and then they told me that the identification was not valid.
Knowing he needed a photo ID to vote in the upcoming election, Allegretto took action beforehand. Since he doesn't drive, he went to the DMV with his dad to get a state ID.
They gave him his temporary ID and said that the plastic ID will come in the mail, within the next 15 days. But they made sure to say that the paper ID is just as legitimate as any other ID. It had the watermark on it. It was an official ID from the state.
Allegretto says the poll worker did not accept his temporary state ID. Alamance County Board of Elections Director Don Hurdle says paper copies obtained at the DMV cannot be used as identification to vote.
We have been instructed by the state board that the paper driver's license or identification card is not a valid proof of photo ID.
But that doesn't mean you can't still cast your ballot. People in this situation can fill out an ID exception form and vote provisionally.
They will vote a paper ballot, which again will be submitted to our office, and we research why each person votes a provisional. And then we present those to the board, who makes the final determination of the vitality of that vote.
Throughout early voting, Hurdle says for the most part, people are catching on to the new voter ID laws. Keep in mind, though, if you don't have a driver's license, you can also use a state ID, student ID, or passport. There will be ID exception forms at polling locations on Tuesday if you do not have an acceptable ID.